Ad astra abyssosk. Ah, traveler. You have come at just the right time. I have something for you. You're certainly very familiar with the kind of work we do, but I'm afraid this has nothing to do with any of the above commissions. Please take this brand new Adventurers Guild notebook. The Adventurer Handbook is for recording details of your completed commissions and intel on all sorts of monsters. Whereas this notebook is for recording the marvelous people and wonderful events you encounter on your travels. I hope it will be of help to you. Anyway, that's all for now. My commission is complete. Safe travels, traveler. Ad astra abyssosk. Ad astra abyssosk.
Yes, that'll do. Just a quick and simple cleanup job. Ah, little one, you're just in time. Oh, look at you. I can tell you're thinking. Oh no, she's going to send me off on some pain-in-the-neck errand again, isn't she? Don't worry. I was just going to say that we finished renovating the shrine and are preparing to roll out a brand new service. Now, I haven't had the chance to announce it yet, but here you are already. Wouldn't you agree that's good timing? See this offering box beside me? There's going to be another place to make wishes here soon. That's different. Fortune slips are about telling fortunes, whereas this is about making wishes. Now then, close your eyes, make a wish, write it down on a prayer plaque, then hang it up on this rack here, and maybe your wish will come true. Of course, but as for which wishes come true, that is up to the gods who watch over us all. Powerless Guji that I am, I can only help you in mortal matters. If that's what you wish for, then why not try it out? Here, take this fortune paper. It's left over from writing fortune slips. You can have it. Try writing your wish there. That might make it more likely to come true. When have I ever lied to you? Hurry up now, little one. It's time to make your wish. Remember to write your wish on the fortune paper, then stick it to the prayer plaque and hang it on the rack. After that, your wish will be made. Yes, nice and solemn. Very good. All right, little one, back to business with you. Remember to keep your ears pricked and your eyes open. After all, the person you wish to meet might just be sitting at some noodle stand, having themselves a lovely bowl. And bring...
This should just about do it. Traveler? Hello? I didn't think I'd run into you here. Right. I should have realized. Master Jean told me you'd be here. We just didn't know when you'd arrive. I didn't expect to run into you as soon as I set foot in Nod-Krai. Yes, the Grandmaster sent you a letter, didn't he? He also sent one back to Mondstadt, telling us all about how you were doing. Of course, all the knights back home are still figuring out how to support you. But the Grandmaster wrote that we shouldn't be hasty and that he already had everything in hand. Yep, the Grandmaster's always reliable when it comes to important business. So when he says he'll handle something, we know we can count on him. But of course, if you run into any trouble, remember that the knights will always be there to help you. Feel free to come look for us whenever. After all, you're our honorary knight, a valued member of our order. That's what Master Jean told me to tell you when I departed from Mondstadt. Huh? Give me a moment. I didn't bring any sweet madame with me, but I do happen to have a bottle of our best cider. Captain Kaya asked me to bring it along. He knew you'd miss it. Guess he was right. Okay, I need a minute. I put it in my backpack and wrapped it in clothes. Oh, here it is. Go on. Have a taste. I did, of course. When I was leaving, the Grandmaster specifically asked me to bring some bottles of our very best dandelion wine for him. At first, Master Jean protested that my main objective on this long journey was to deliver letters to Nod-Krai, and she'd rather I not overload my luggage. She said someone else could transport it later. But after giving it much thought, I packed 2 bottles of wine for the Grandmaster anyway. Otherwise, he'd be talking my ear off about how wonderful dandelion wine is while waiting for it to get delivered. Oh, right. If you crave fresh sweet madames and steak, do come back and visit the Knights of Favonius' headquarters when you're free. That was what Amber wanted me to tell you. And that's all the messages I have for you. I should get going. Farewell, honorary knight.
Hey, if it isn't the Traveler! Didn't expect to see you here. This surprise meeting is pretty sick. I should spin it into a tune right here. I sure am. Having a ball, to be honest. Fun is where the inspiration lies. Most of my songs might be about rebellion and breaking down prejudices and all that, but that doesn't mean I have to beat a serious rhythm all the time. Too much of a downer really ruins the feel of a song. You gotta keep it bright sometimes, you know? You gotta relax and recharge. That way, you'll be ready to kill it when it's time to perform. I guess I'm hoping for some sort of unexpected breakthrough? I've been so focused on writing new material, but everything I come up with feels old and stale. I need something new. So I decided to take a holiday to try escaping this prison I've built for myself. My last stop was Fontaine, where I saw a magazine with some photos of Nod-Krai. It got my creative juices flowing, and I was itching to find out more. Well, after looking into it, It turns out the whole atmosphere and way of thinking out here are like nothing I've encountered before. There's some group called the Frost Moon Scions who lean into some pretty far-out instrumentation. So I was thinking, maybe I could take some inspiration from the local folk scene and incorporate it into my own music. Sure! I want to try adding a few flutes and keys, plus some of the more out-there melodic phrasing. Obviously, I can't just flip genres completely. Still gotta keep the core lyrical and musical themes intact. Anyway, when I got to Nasha Town, I bumped my guitar case on some corrugated iron, and it made this really funky sound. I got this sudden flash of inspiration. I shouldn't just be looking for new instruments to improve my music. I should be trying to enhance my guitar's timbre too. Oh, something like that. It's kind of hard to replicate a guitar with your voice, you know? Basically, I'm going for something punchy, compact, clean, and absolutely savage. If I could modify my guitar's acoustics, ramp up the compression, and add a second sound hole to boost the lower end frequencies, oh, I think I can get a sharper, more metallic sound. Thanks for the support. Oh man, my motivation's like a double bass drum going at 200 BPM right now. Give me a bit to play around with this and hammer out the kinks. I'll invite you to the official unveiling of my breakthrough sound soon enough. What style should I aim for with my next song?
This book looks good. I'll take it. Wrap it up with the two from before.
As you wish, Miss Nefer, though. And do forgive my forthrightness. The author of those other two books really shouldn't be relied on. Even in the Nasha Express, he stands out for how much he likes to run his mouth. Here, look at this. The art of reading others, and then the art of social intercourse. He doesn't even dare use his own name.
Don't worry about it. I'm buying them for that young madam I have working at the curatorium. Hopefully, she might learn a thing or two. Sure, a little light reading won't hurt her. She's so brash and reckless. Why, I can barely send her off on any critical work without feeling ill at ease. Yes, and wouldn't it be interesting to see who's more unreliable? This author or Yehoda? If it turns out to be the latter, well, that would be quite the headache. I'll probably need to encourage her using some other incentive. A base of dandelion wine, aged for 25 years. 1/7 part bittersweet liqueur, filled halfway with fizzy zaytun peach pop.
All three of those ingredients are fairly sugary. It'll have a lovely sweet aftertaste, even a little too cloying. A spoonful of salt and half a spoon of powdered summer orchid leaf should cut through the sweetness in a way that's clear but not overpowering.
I can imagine it now. A delightfully layered flavor.
It's all down to the seasonings you sent me, Lady Nefer. Otherwise, I'd have no idea how to mix up a cocktail that so befits Nod-Krai.
Just a little gift. I'm glad you liked it. I'll be happy to send more when you run out.
Many thanks. Though I think one taste is enough where these seasonings are concerned. Besides, you sent so much I could hardly finish it by my lonesome. And my colleagues aren't accustomed to these flavors, so I can't even share around. I'm afraid they'll end up sitting on a shelf, going to waste.
Can't say I'm surprised your colleagues at Liyua's Ministry of Civil Affairs aren't too keen. I wouldn't expect the flavors of Nod-Krai to be their cup of tea. Though, from what I've seen, might I presume that we've won you over?
I wouldn't go that far, though it's not like I dislike the food here. It's good to try new things occasionally.
I love your attitude. You'd make a great businesswoman. It would be nice if everyone from the Ministry of Civil Affairs were like you.
Come on now, are we going to do this song and dance every time I drop by? Stop fixating on the Ministry. Never mind them. Have you managed to carve out a single foothold in Liyue after all these years?
You know what they say over there. A journey of 1,000 miles begins with a single step. If I don't test the waters, how will I ever know?
Don't waste your energy. No matter how long those claws of yours are, you're never getting them stuck into Liyue.
Is that a warning?
It's advice.
Long claws, you say? I wouldn't think myself so formidable. There's barely a handful of people I have any influence over at all. I can only really think of one young girl who listens to what I say. But she's not the brightest. And I spend more time looking after her than getting any help.
Oh, really? Then I guess that painter who fishes in Dihua Marsh, and that apprentice who makes tofu in Qingsa Village, and that guy who wants to work at Wanmin Restaurant. All these people who mysteriously appeared in Liyue. I guess you have no idea who they are?
Many people pass through Liyue Harbor every day. Far too many to count. How could I possibly know every last one of these enigmatic nobodies? Though I must say, your memory is quite impressive. Your colleagues must sleep easily knowing they have you to lean on.
Why, thank you. Though with you around, nothing is ever easy. I can only say that there's never a boring day.
Is that so? Surely your workload has lightened now that you're far from the Ministry? If you've got time for another drink, I'd be more than happy to mix you one. Here's to a relaxing day for us both.
A drink there, or something for a drink or two? Or perhaps a one for the nights?
Here. Taking a moment to unwind every now and then does wonders for the mind.
I'm in full agreement. Though some strings must remain drawn tight, Lady Nefer. Just in case.
「教令院には頭のいい連中が集まってるけど、その頭のいいやつらってのはいっつもバカなことをしでかすのさ。ありがとね、サングマハデー様。あんたのおかげで今日はいい一日になりそうだ。それとこのスメールのお酒にも感謝しないとね。この味なら納得の値段だ。
気に入っていただけたみたいで、よかったですわ。来月の仕入れでは手下に多めに送ってもらいましょう。お願いですから、気に入らないでくださいませ。このお酒は死ぬほど高いんですのよ。今後の商売のためでもなければこんな高いお酒買ってくるわけないんですの。
一本だけにしとこうかね。今回の酒代は付けにしといてくれ。月末にまとめて生産するよ。ああ、ヤホダがこっそり注文したお菓子は別で請求してくれるかい？ドリーはあの商談を取るためにかなり金をつぎ込んでるみたいだね。 飲まなきゃ損だけど、この辺で勘弁しといてやろう。
問題ありませんわ。お酒の請求書は数日後にお送りしますの。怪しい。ネフェルにしてはやけにすんなり引き下がりましたわね。あらららら、まあいいですわ。今はあの商談を勝ち取ることが先決ですの。
いや、そこまでしてくれなくて大丈夫。ドリーさんのことは信用してるからね。同じドリー、あの商談はあんたに譲ったけど、金の勘定はきっちりやらせてもらうよ。
お金のことはたとえ実の兄弟でもちゃんとしておくものですわ。モラの計算をきっちりしておかないと後でトラブルになってしまうかもしれませんもの。この女の目、あの商談からいくらか取り分をもらうつもりですわね。面倒ですの。どうしよう。いくら渡しましょう。
同郷同士の雑談さ。参加したいなら歓迎するよ。今のところ特に面白い話はしてないけどね。よくある退屈な世間話だよ。そんなくだらない話より気になってたことがあるんだ。ドリーさんはなんで例の教令員の騒ぎに首を突っ込んだんだい？確かにそういう時こそ大金を稼ぐチャンスだ。でもその騒ぎで自分が破滅する可能性は考えなかったのかい？
この女、なんで急にそんなこと聞くんですの？全部前に話したはずですのに。あれ？いや、ちょっと待ってくださいまし。今は旅人が隣にいる。この情報でもう一つ歌詞を作るつもりなのではなくて、旅人なら聞かれてもまあいいですわ。はい、この秘密一つで私たちの関係を深められると思えばここぞという時はリスクを冒して賭けに出るのが商売人というものですの。あの取引は生涯で一番大きな取引でしたわね。はい。
ほう、それで儲かったの？アザールの失脚後、臆病者が山ほどスメールを離れたって聞いたよ。お宅の販路も結構潰れただろう。そのせいで手元に抱えてた在庫もあったんじゃないかい？
それはもちろんですわ。モラも途上に失いましたの。でも商売は利益だけじゃなく損がつきものですから。 そんなことを気にしてたってしょうがないですわ。人脈はまた作ればいいし、商品もまた仕入れればいい。はい、一番大事なのは私が今後もスメールで商売を続けられることでしてよ。
まるで七星召喚じゃないか。肝心なのはそれまでの勝ち負けでも手元にあるカードの枚数でもなく、テーブルについてやり続けること。
その通りですの。商売を続けられさえすれば失ったモラはいつか取り戻せますわ。ですが、私は何があろうとスメールというテーブルを離れるわけにはいけませんの。もしそうなれば私は全てを失いますわ。
あんたが自分の故郷をそこまで愛してるなんて知らなかったよ。
私はモラを愛しています。そして私はスメールでモラを稼ぐのが一番得意ですの。
いい商売の秘訣を聞けたよ、ドリーさん。あんたは今スメールで一番お金を稼ぐのが得意な人だ。で、逃げ出した臆病者どもはあんたと同じテーブルでカードゲームをする資格を一生失った。
あれってスカークじゃないか？オイラの見間違いじゃないよな。どうしてナドクライにいるんだ？あ、ドリーもいるぞ。挨拶しに行こうぜ。なんとこれほど高品質な気候の外角をこの目で拝めるなんて、お客様に一番ぴったりな報酬をお出しできるよ。じっくり観察させていただきますわ。お客様、少しお座りになって休まれてはいかが？何か食べたいもの、飲みたいものがございましたらなりと。
無駄話はいい。さっさと値段を出してくれ。
少々お待ちくださいませ。すごいですわ。傷一つないなんて。トップクラスの賞金価格だってこんなに状態のいい気候の外角は持ってこれません。それをこんなにたくさん。スカーク、ドリー、お前たちここで何してるんだ？
ナドクライを見物しに来た。ついでにいくらか換金しようと思ってな。
おや、私の一番大切なお客様と一番大切なお客様がお知り合いだったとは。一番大切って2回言わなかったか？大事なお客様を比べるなんて。私にはできませんの。私は両方のお客様に 100% のおもてなしをご提供しているのですわ。では皆様はご歓談くださいまし。私は 正確な値段を計算してまいります。
実力が上がっているな。どうやら私と別れてからも鍛錬を怠っていなかったようだ。Nod-Kraiには戦いがいのある相手が多くいる。この試練を乗り越えれば実力がまた一段上がるだろう。
ひひ、スカークは元気にしてたか？この前別れた時、運命が私たちを再び巡り合わせるって言ってたけど、まさかこんなに早く再会できるなんてな。
ほう。私はむしろずいぶん長い時間が経ったように感じたが、本当の転機が訪れるまで私の暮らしに大した変化はないだろう。だがお前たちの旅は大事な局面を迎えているようだな。勝敗というのは一瞬で決まるものだ。気を抜くなよ。
失礼いたしますわ、お客様。こちらの気候の外学ですが、慎重に査定しました結果、600万モラーを提示させていただきますわ。これ以上ないくらい公平公正な価格でしたよ。一つだけでしたら70万モラを超えますが、今回は大量買い取りであることを鑑みて。
その半分で結構。ここに長居するつもりはないからな。無駄に金を持っていても仕方がない。残りは食料や物資に変えて2人に渡してやってくれ。ここならいくらでもうまい飯や物資が見つかるだろう。
かしこまりました。皆様、大変仲がよろしいようですわね。はい、ではこちらがお客様のものでございます。またのご来店をお待ちしておりますわ。
では私は行く。また会おう。
もうちょっと話をしてってもいいんじゃ。またすぐいなくなった。いつも風のように現れて風のように去っていくお客様です。私はもうなりましたわ。あれ、そういえばドリーはスカークと何回も取引してて、あいつのことをちゃんと覚えてるみたいだな。どういうことだ？あら、そんなことですか？全知全能のソングマハベイ様ならすべてのお客様を覚えていて当然ですな。まあ実を言いますと、あの方は私のお客様というより私の仕入れ先であるアリス様のお客様ですの。アリス様から紹介を受けてたまに取引をしているのですわ。いつもお宝を持ってきてくださるのに、モラにはさほど関心がないご様子。まさに最高のお客様ですわ。うわ、その笑い方なんか怪しいぞ。ぼったくったりしてないよな。まさかミステリアスで強くてお宝までくださるお方ですよ。タクルなんて神様として崇めたいくらいですわ。ナムナムナムナムナムナムナムナム。よろずや鳥居ショップは開業以来ずーっと公正な商売をしておりますわ。 さて、先ほど美味しいものをご馳走するとお約束しましたから。私は今から材料を探しに行ってまいりますわ。300万もらとっておきの一級品を探してくる必要がありそうですわ。ね
Is no one here? Well, hello. This is certainly a most joyful encounter. Seeing you lifts my spirits after a somewhat disheartening trip. I wouldn't say anything's the matter, merely that I am dealing with some unexpected circumstances. I recently learned of a collector in Nasha Town who, due to financial concerns, has been obliged to offer a pair of ancient coins for sale. I'm told she's a little eccentric and doesn't reply to letters, so I came out here myself to see if I could arrange a deal. I needed to come to town anyway to pick up some supplies, so I thought I'd pay her a visit on the way. Unfortunately, she doesn't appear to be home. Or it's just a little hobby of mine. Everyone has something that tickles their fancy, am I right? For me, it's old coins and gemstones. Time is the best filter. Anything that can make it through the sieve of time is almost guaranteed to be of good quality. The style, pattern, and condition of a coin convey a lot of information. They can tell you, for instance, how many moons it has seen before finding its way into my hands. Think about it. A coin may have passed through 10,000 people's hands, brought them happiness or sorrow, and witnessed a multitude of moments in their lives. The weight of time it contains is far heavier than its appearance would suggest. It is a witness to the past and something that has value in the present day, which makes it more than worth collecting. These coins have been stuck in my mind these last few days. What do they look like? What stories can they tell? If I can't meet this collector, I fear all desire to return home shall desert me. Look at me, rambling on about coins without a thought for the friends standing by my side. Let me think of a more interesting topic to make up for boring you just now. Ah, yes. Recently, I purchased a beautiful azure gemstone from a Fontanian merchant. It had long slumbered at the bottom of the ocean until being recovered just some days ago. I was told it was once embedded in the sword of a champion duelist at the court of Fontaine, while another story claims it was a pirate crew's prized treasure. That's exactly what I thought. Whenever a merchant starts waxing lyrical and weaving tales, it's usually a sign that they don't have faith in their wares. Fortunately, I'm very good at appraising a gemstone's true worth, even if its owner hasn't the faintest idea what they're holding. Please, allow me to invite you to my residence once more. I have a feeling you'll appreciate the gem itself, and you may well find my valuation of it quite interesting too. I'll be waiting for you. Gemstones reflect the light differently in different environments. A gem by candlelight flickers like flame, while a jewel beneath the moon seems like a tear-filled eye. There are 1,000 forms to beauty, and gems are cut 1,000 ways. Such is the complexity of things both elegant and timeless. I'm in the habit of collecting these old gemstones. Some are even from other nations. Feel free to enjoy this collection whenever you please. Being as old as they are, they have lost some of their glow and appear a little turbid. They cannot compare with the brilliant luster of a newly cut stone. Do be careful when touching them, so as to not damage them. I've left most of them in their original casing. Thank you for remembering my request, Master Tarno. I will be sure to treasure this pocket watch.
There's no need to stand on ceremony, Mr. Flins. If I may be so bold, I'd say this watch is fortunate to have ended up in the hands of someone as discerning as yourself.
Even if that someone turned up to collect it half a month late because he needed more time to get the money, I do hope it won't miss the finer life and flee back to your shop in the middle of the night.
Such a wonderful sense of humor. Even if it wished to escape, I doubt it would get far with a ratnik such as yourself on its tail. Here, I've already wrapped it. It's yours.
My thanks again, dear Master Tarno. Perhaps we can have a drink in the flagship when you're next free.
It would be my pleasure, Mr. Flins.
You could say so. This pocket watch cost me half a month's salary. I suppose that means no more fine liquor for me for the next 2 weeks. In that case, I should paraphrase Master Tarno just now and say, my pleasure, Miss Traveler. I look forward to your invitation. Another 3 reports finished. Time for a breath of fresh air. Do they make you write reports in the Adventurers Guild too? Alas, then we share the same misfortune. I have never been able to get used to the endless cycle of report after report. I dare say we had no such custom in the Nod-Krai of old. Of course, I understand why they are important, but this process of repeatedly describing in laborious detail things that could easily be summarized in a single sentence. The mere thought of the outstanding reports I have yet to finish is simply... No, I mustn't. These things are necessary. I should focus on that. A little longer here, and then I'll get back to it. Just a little longer. Another 3 reports finished. Time for a breath of fresh air. There is indeed quite a lot. After accounting for daily necessities and emergency supplies, there's still enough to set aside in case of sudden visits from my colleagues. After all, my personal requirements are modest. It would be a waste not to save the excess and use it to help others in need. Lamp oil, candles, leather, paper, and pens. Oh, and a few bottles of strong liquor, and some emergency food, of course. Judging by your expression, I can tell you're wondering, what emergency food did you buy? Exactly. These supplies need to stand the test of time, so all of this food has undergone special processing. I assure you, unless you're on the brink of starvation, you don't want to try it. The cured meat, for example, is as tough as tree bark, and the biscuits taste like tossed-out newspaper. Even if you soak them in milk or vegetable soup, the best you could hope for is soggy newspaper. Well, there are times when one has no other choice. I've tried to extract nutrients from this food before. Well, eat might not be the best word to use. I have a somewhat more efficient method. Here, I'll show you.
I suppose you could call it cooking with fire. There have been a few more desperate moments when I've been trapped alongside other poor souls. You should know, if I were to use the method I've just shown you in front of my colleagues, it might leave them feeling uneasy. And so I have at such times been forced to attempt to swallow this food, as they would. Though try as I might, I really was unable to swallow it. In the end, I broke it down into smaller pieces, some of which I stuffed into my mouth and some of which I dropped into my lantern when no one was looking. Unfortunately, my colleagues noticed how slowly I was eating and mistook my reluctance for concern, believing I was eating less to allow them more. After that, they patted me on the back and enthusiastically filled my arms with more cured meat and biscuits. Indeed, I was grateful for their noble act of kindness, and can clearly remember the taste of cured meat and biscuits to this day. This is a good one. Here, take this meat for yourself. Mine? Not at all. It belongs to itself. It sometimes brings me old bones to help with my puzzles, that's all. I should be clear. While I don't know what bones these are, I can say for certain they don't belong to any humans who slumber here or elsewhere. Bones are another thing that tickles my fancy. Sometimes when I see one that's a bit unusual, I'll pick it up and add it to my collection. Then when I'm feeling bored, I try to connect all my bones and create something whole. A bit like doing a jigsaw puzzle. You could call it a form of artistic expression. Even though each piece of this bone puzzle picture is unrelated to the next, and indeed they cannot possibly be related, just pondering how best to put them together and create something beautiful is an extremely relaxing process. Then, one day, an uninvited guest intruded on the room where I kept my bone puzzle picture. It was none other than the dog you saw just now. It did. By the time I entered the room, the little intruder had completely dismantled my picture. The second it turned and saw me, it bolted away between my legs. Luckily, all was not lost, as I'd already taken a photo of it. And more than that, now that my old puzzle was dismantled, I was free to construct an even bigger puzzle with my growing collection of bones. Which is how I consoled myself at the time. After all, the damage had been done, so why not look on the bright side? The next day, as I was just about to begin piecing my puzzle together, my four-legged guest returned, and this time it brought a mouthful of bones. I couldn't understand what it was saying, but its intent became clear when it laid its animal bones at my feet and then placed them one by one into my puzzle. After that, it simply sat down and looked at me. After I gave it some cured meat, it got up and left. Ever since then, it's dropped by from time to time to give me bones in exchange for food. I think you might be viewing this with a little too much sentimentality. It's just a dog looking for food, nothing more. I'm a source of sustenance, and luckily for my canine friend, I happen to be relatively generous. Not that that's a bad thing. I view it more as an assistant under my employ. It doesn't speak, and it leaves when I tell it to. That's pretty much everything you could hope for in an assistant. If you'd like, you can give it some meat. Sometimes it sits and waits by your side, which I think probably means it's still hungry. Perhaps it might be a little more friendly with someone such as yourself.
Flins, you made it!
Why, of course. I owe you both my thanks. This lighthouse looks a fair sight better now that it's being maintained.
Our pleasure! Although, it seems like even with a functioning lighthouse, this whole place is still really dark. There are some places the light doesn't even reach.
Indeed. In the graveyard, it seemed as if even time itself had forever paused at the close of the battle that night. I never had any intention of changing this, but it seems that by lighting the lighthouse you have set time in motion once again. If you mean to ask whether I shall be inconvenienced in any way, the answer is no. Life comes in cycles. Even without us, the ghosts that linger here would slowly disappear and return to the ley lines. So do not worry that this lighthouse cannot shine upon every last corner of the island. As the ghosts gradually leave, so too will the fog that envelops the area. The sun must rise eventually.
Repairs complete. It was just an old circuit, nothing serious.
Such remarkable efficiency, Miss Ineffa. If it weren't for you, this streetlight would have had me stumped. If it had proven beyond fixing, I may have had to take my own lantern and hang it in its place.
Aino previously proposed a solution. She said she could train the Ratniki so they'd have the basic knowledge to perform simple tasks, like repairing circuits. That way, you wouldn't need to inform Aino every time a streetlight goes out and then wait in the dark until I arrive to repair it.
Yes and no. Strictly speaking, maintaining the brightness of the lights has been their traditional role. Before the use of kuvaki became widespread, the streetlights were powered by regular oil. Back then, people were needed to light and extinguish the flames. Because of how dangerous said streets were at night, the Ratniki took on this role. They already carried lanterns, in any case, and were adept at using them while fighting. But as I'm sure you've already noticed, the current streetlights are powered by kuvaki, and it's not so easy to light or extinguish them using traditional means. Because of this, whenever a light goes out nowadays, all I can do is stand here helplessly and wait for a professional to come along and solve the problem.
Aino organized an engineering seminar, but all the Ratniki made excuses to leave halfway through. They said things like, I have an urgent task, or I need to go on patrol, or it's time for me to make a report.
I didn't leave. It is, after all, disrespectful to the host to leave a seminar early.
True, but the biscuits you brought were too much of a distraction for Aino. She stopped teaching completely. And then I was so busy trying to stop her from eating. that I could not take over the seminar. So please, the next time you attend a class of any kind, don't bring anything sweet that might attract Aino's attention.
I promise I won't.
Please say it in full. The last time you promised not to bring anything sweet, you brought a toy, and Aino was completely unable to continue.
I promise I won't bring anything sweet, any toys, or anything else that might unduly divert Miss Aino's attention.
That's better. I'll notify you when she next holds an engineering class. For now, I have to pick some laka berries for her. Goodbye.
Traveler, do you know of anything else besides sweet treats, toys, and small fluffy animals that might keep Miss Aino quiet for a while? Half an hour shall suffice. A companion? Oh, that is inspired. Perhaps I should ask Miss Nefer if she can send Miss Yehoda to accompany me. Naturally. The only reason I wish to ask Miss Yehoda to attend is that if I am to swim in the great ocean of knowledge, I'd very much like someone else to enjoy Miss Aino's educational ablutions. Considering the strength of Miss Yehoda's relationship with the two of you, I believe she would be the perfect candidate to go with me.